Is Fighter still the weapon master that rules the battlefield?
Find out if the Fighter holds up in the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook. What's going on, YouTube? I'm the Mind Flayer Slayer.
And I'm Dr. DM, and today we've got the Fighter for the 2024 Player's Handbook. Does it hold up? We're going to find out, because we're going to go through every single level from 1 to 20 and let you know what changed and what's different from 2014 to 2024. And stick around to the end, because we'll give you our tier ranking so you know if this fighter is good enough for you and your campaign. Before we get started, we're going to issue you a challenge. That's right, you. Anytime during the video, go ahead and go to the comments and let us know which of us you think is going to play Fighter in the new 2024 Player's Handbook. If you get it right, we'll come back in a few weeks and heart those comments automatically. So let's get started with Fighter 2024 at level 1.
With your fighting style. Fighting styles are now feats, and there have been some minor tweaks to all of these. We are going to have a separate video on all of the different fighting styles and their tweaks.
And they'll come out on a Saturday, I think pretty soon, so get ready for that. And Fighter gets a whole bevy of fighting styles to go along with their martial prowess. Also at level 1, you're going to get Second Wind. You get 2 uses of Second Wind. They come back in a short rest like before, but now it's been buffed where you can now do your 1d10 to recover hit points as a bonus action. But you add your fighter level, so by 20th level, you're doing a 1d10 plus 20, so it's actually useful.
Love it, absolutely.
That's a great heal in combat.
Weapon Mastery is also coming at level 1. You're going to choose 3 weapons, and you gain the use of their mastery properties. You may change your chosen weapon each long rest, and you gain access to more mastery properties as you level up. Now, we have a whole separate video on weapon masteries and the specifics of that, but this is what you're getting at level 1 for Fighter.
This gives Fighter a lot of options when they're trying to manipulate the battlefield and use weapons to their advantage, which is kind of their point, because the fighter's going to have proficiency in all the weapon types, so you might be busting out a bow or a maul, and now you can switch weapons as you move.
I really like this a lot.
Yeah, so as you get more options, you can have, you can have a whole rack of weapons on your back. You get out whatever you need, like a great axe or a great sword or a
Geralt!
or a bow, and you have all
Silver and Seal swords!
It's awesome.
At second level, you have Tactical Mind. You can expend a use of your Second Wind to add 1d10 to a failed ability check. If you still fail, the use of Second Wind isn't expended.
I like the fact that he doesn't expend it, so
no waste here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no risk at all. It's just reward for this.
And this is fantastic because it's going to be like your role play areas or something else that's not combat necessarily. You can use that Second Wind to not necessarily heal yourself, but make it like a role play, have more viability to that
100%.
Heal, if you will.
As with all classes, you're getting your subclass at level 3 for the Fighter in the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook. Battle Master is back, and the maneuvers from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything have been included, and some options have been revamped. The Champion is also here. You can become a paragon on the battlefield with improved athleticism, heroic inspiration, and the ability to defy death. Eldritch Knight more easily is able to walk the line between casting spells and making multiple attacks, and the Psy Warrior, which gains a simple overview of your energy dice and small tweaks from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
All 4 subclasses for the Fighter are coming to you very soon, so get ready for that. So let's move on now to level 5. You get Tactical Shift. So with this, you can move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks when you use the Second Wind as a bonus action. I love that these abilities sometimes are paired together now.
Oh yeah, for
sure. And they have more utility within what you're doing. So it's not just like, I use a bonus action and I can only heal. Well, I can use my Second Wind for your ability checks or to get hit points back. And as I do all this, I can then, break off and go help a wizard who needs some help, right?
Yeah, you have a more well-rounded kit and more versatility. At level 9, you have Indomitable. You can add your fighter level to rerolls made with Indomitable.
So Indomitable comes back from 2014. Remember, this was a way for you to, if you failed a saving throw, you can then reroll. But now, if you fail a saving throw, you can then, of course, get the reroll, and you add your fighter level. So you're looking at level 20. If you fail, like, save for a dex save, for a fireball, or some kind of mind control, right?
I see where this is
going. You
going.
reroll that, and you reroll a 1d20, plus whatever your save is, plus 20. So literally you can go up to, like, get a saving throw of, like, 35 or 40.
Let's go.
This is amazing. This makes the Fighter uncontestable on the battlefield, essentially.
Oh my gosh, because at some point when you're dealing with these high-level monsters, these high-level creatures,
saving throws are where it's at.
Nearly impossible, but this makes it possible.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so this makes the Fighter kind of like your premier frontliner that's never going to be suppressed by something that the enemy does, even high-level bosses. And now, you're going to get more uses of Indomitable, just like you did before, up to 3, so you essentially get... Actually, you know what? You kind of basically get legendary resistance, like monsters
essentially,
do,
yeah.
Because because every time, if you fail at saving throw, you can still make it. So if you do, this Indomitable feature doesn't go away. You still have those 1 to 3 saved as a backup. But then you're going to say, you're going to roll your 1d20 plus 20 plus whatever. I mean, you're looking at being able to easily make saves that are DC 20, 25, even DC 30 with Indomitable, making you indomitable on the battlefield.
Truly incredible. Level 9, you're also getting Tactical Master. You can replace a weapon's mastery property with push, sap, or slow for that attack.
While these aren't maybe the most powerful of weapon mastery options, you could start, for example, with your Maul, right, where you use Topple, and then the enemy's now prone, so you don't need to do that again, and you have more attacks as a fighter, right? So then you can, once they're prone, then you can start, boom, pushing or sapping them or slowing them, and you can kind of mix these all up.
Stay down on the ground! Stay down on the ground!
And you don't even have to switch weapons to do all this. So again, more battlefield control. You are really the master of weapons.
At level 13, you're getting Studied Attacks. You gain advantage on attacks against a target creature after you miss an attack. So even when you are having multiple attacks as a fighter, it still is big sad when you miss one of those attacks. But getting advantage on the follow-up, that's what I'm talking about.
And then you can use that advantage once you hit to use all your tactical mastery and all your weapon masteries. So you're definitely going to get something against that boss or those foes.
You're getting in there.
Okay, level 19, you get your Epic Boon. All classes get the Epic Boon at level 19. There's
Correct.
some good ones there, especially some good ones for fighter to really muscle through the battlefield. And level 20, your capstone is the same, which is...
You get your 3 extra attacks. So I attack again, I attack again, I attack again!
Incredible. I mean, this makes fighters so potent. And now everyone loves like high-level wizards and all the ways they can use their spells, and there are some really unique, powerful spell options. But if you have a marshal that's just going to town with 4 attacks,
pounding face,
infinite weapon masteries, and just like doing everything they have to do, never going down with Indomitable, and like 30 HP heals with second wind. I mean, this class can kind of do it all and do it well.
It's amazing.
And never get taken out of the battlefield in ways you're not expecting, other than kind of like hit point damage. So
for sure.
Okay, this has been a review of Fighter. I mean, they get a little bit of everything. If you're looking at martial classes, I'm going to say it right now, for an martial class, this is an S for me.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. For martial, you can't really go wrong with a fighter. It's the classic. We're going to be getting into what makes it so good also with those subclasses coming up here next.
Right.
And that's our coverage of the fighter for the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook.
Now, I will say, if you don't value saving throws as much, maybe Indomitable and those things don't go the extra mile for you, and maybe it's just an A. But that is so unbelievably potent just by itself that it really cranks it up to S for me.
100% agree.
Really?
If you're enjoying this content, remember to extra attack that like button, ring that notification bell, subscribe, and save. We are continuing to partner with Fanroll Dice, so if you want to support the channel, you can always go to Fanroll Dice, get some shiny math rocks, and type in code GG10 at checkout to get 10% off your order and a kickback for us so we can keep bringing you this awesome content.
And we now have the YouTube membership option, which is a little join button you're going to see soon, if not already, on our homepage. So if you'd like to support us and become a Green Squire, Green Knight, Green Lord, and have a little badge by our name, and get lots of unique
extra
content.
bonuses. Yeah.
If you like your, especially if you're a fighter, you like your extra bonuses.
You're darn right.
So go ahead and do that if you want to support us. We would really appreciate that. And that's it. That's our coverage for 2024 Fighter. Get ready for Fighter's pretty awesome subclasses coming up soon.
See you next time. Boom!